You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
Good day.
And welcome to the Mushie Moment with myself and my awesome co-host, Reverend Cindy. We're live today on March 12th, 2024 on paceradio.net, CBC, and we stream everywhere. Whew, that was cutting it a little close.
Boy, was it ever. Steve was in the middle of explaining something to me, and I'm like, yeah, no, cutting you off, going live. Doom. Right at 4 o'clock.
I forgot we were that close.
Oh, well, we made it.
Wow. Got my heart going. R. Oh. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm bogged down by studying, but it's pretty awesome at the same time.
Yeah, I know that damn studying. It's horrible. What did you get on your last test?
100.
Out of what?
100.
Yeah.
Same thing as I got on the first one.
Wow. Are you learning anything?
I can't remember. Yeah, I'm learning all kinds. There is so much information. Some modules are harder than others. Some modules are more triggering than others. There's been a lot of you can't help but the last couple of modules are about psychology. The last one was really about just personality disorders, psychiatric disorders. So we were. Are
you going to be analyzing me all the time now?
Oh, I was analyzing everybody while I was reading it, including myself, which is, it's a hard thing to not do when you're reading this stuff, is to compare a lot of what you read to your own personal life. And most of the time it is self-reflection. So, it's really interesting to read through that, to stop and see tendencies that I might have. It reminds me of things that I want to work on. So yeah, it's been interesting. We're now into the pharmacology side of things, which is honestly, if I look back on any of my schooling, is always the hardest part. It is the biology of it. It is the scientific side of it. And this is where my head really spins. So it's going to be a hard module, but I'm hoping by the end of it, I will have more understanding of things that I didn't understand before.
Nice.
How's your course?
Well, it's been on delay for a bit because, I'm moving.
Yeah.
So, moving at the end of the month. I'm getting everything all ready, getting the new place all ready to move into, and dressing it up. Yeah, it's, but a few things have kind of fallen by the wayside. Moving kind of takes up a lot of time.
It does. Packing and moving.
Energy.
Getting rid of things and
oh man, yeah, and with the healing and the medicine and the finding myself and my calm in the chaos, and then having to go through what I'm going to store and what I've been dragging around because of the emotional attachments from a time long gone, of things that no longer serve me, but I can't let them go because of that emotional attachment. It's been really nice. The medicine has given me the ability to observe, and I observe those attachments and go, wow, look at you trying to hang on and make excuses for something that you will probably never use, that you haven't used in 20 years. You can probably let it go. But there is a part that just fights. And then once I hit that part where it was like, oh, now I understand this. Oh, and I started letting things go, and you get going. And now I'm going through there. When I first was going through my stuff, I'd look in some of the boxes and I go, what the fuck was I thinking? Now I look in that box and I go, what the fuck was he thinking? In fact, with the medicine I've been through and the psychology and the psychiatry that I've been through, it's like, oh, I know what you were thinking. Oh my, look how far you've come. Because I'm not thinking that no more. It's like, that's got to go. That's got to go. That's got to go. That's got to go. And it is being so freeing.
I get that completely. I'm setting up medicine for April when I come out to BC. And in speaking with my 5-MeO facilitator / mentor, I got to see some of the same stuff in me about going through this course. The Cindy before any of this medicine, when I got to that one section where we were learning about trauma and they were focusing on sexual trauma, Cindy would have been in bed with covers over her head. She would have quit and she'd be crying. And I said, instead, look at me soar. And, 2 exams, 200s.
Yeah.
We get a chance to see when these challenges are placed in front of us, we get a chance to see the tools that the medicine have given us and how we've used them to come far and how we've used them to heal. And it's pretty freaking incredible. Because, I haven't just been watching me through this process. I've been sitting here as your friend watching you on the phone a lot of the time or on StreamYard. And, I hear you say, what the fuck? Why did I keep this? What was I thinking at this point in time? And, I have watched you shed a lot of that stuff, and it's been a pretty beautiful experience.
Yeah, it's pretty enlightening. It's awesome having you on the pathway and me walking along your path. You don't share as much, though. I tend to babble more than you do.
You do like to talk. It's I keep wondering if you were originally from Newfoundland.
There's going to be one day where I'm going to sit there and people are going to say, what's wrong with him? He's not talking anymore. And I'm going to have found that calm, and I'm going to have found that silence that I've been looking for my whole life. And I'm just going to be sitting there in my silent bliss with a big grin on my face. And people are going to go, I think he's gone crazy.
No, I don't think you'll ever get there. You'll get there and you'll sit there for a minute, but then you're going to have to tell everybody about it. And you're going to have to be loud about that healing. And you're going to have to show everybody else where you've ended up. And you're going to have to show them where they can end up. And you're going to have to show them the path. So you may find that quiet for half a minute, but you will be back to being loud. I believe it.
Yeah, I just have ideas and the universe turns them into whatever plan it has. Just kidding. I'm loving it.
You had an idea, and look at what the universe has done for you and all of that. I'm going to have this healing van. I'm going to do this, and the universe said, van, that's not big enough, Steve. Here, have this 34-foot RV. There you go.
Oh, is it telling me I need to dream bigger? I'm not making my dreams big enough?
Maybe.
Oh, is there a message there somewhere? Wow.
There's always messages, Steve. Always messages. I was sitting here earlier when you ran out to you. We were talking earlier before the show, and then you had to run out and do an errand. And I was sitting here meditating, and I did some pepe and I meditated, and it was like I was sitting on a heated pad. Everything went warm. It was crazy. And I still haven't quite figured out what that means, but everything just went warm underneath me.
Anybody watching, if you know what that means, we got a little comment section.
I have done some research, and it can mean a couple of different things. It can either mean that I am harvesting for change, like I am preparing for change. I am reaching a higher plane, finding a higher level of healing, finding my higher self. It can also mean that I have some detoxing to do. Either which way, I'm heading for medicine in a month. So either side that it's on, I'm covered. Silent Steve. Menopause. No. I'm pretty much done that. I'm only left with the night sweats now, so it's good.
That's funny. Hey, God. Is that John? Can you see if that's John?
Everybody just says Facebook user, but I'm going to go to the room on my phone.
That would be funny.
Okay. It's probably through Mushie Moment. We've got oh, no, it's Helene.
Okay. Yeah, that's funny.
Helene says, hi, friend. She says, oh, no, don't go silent, Steve. Asks if it's menopause. And, of course, then says who she is.
Oh, you're funny. I love your sense of humor.
Yes, so I've already had some responses looking for tea. I am going to get the tea out in the mail, hopefully in the next week or two. I might send a couple of people some extra ones to give to friends. I'm thinking about somebody that's commenting in the room right now, and bring some friends with you. Yeah, so it's pretty exciting. I got 50 tea bags out of what Judy has sent me. And I've probably got about 40 left. So, and I'm not including this. I've just given 10 away.
You forgot the part where you talk about the ceremony. You got it. So, oh yeah, and last week we talked about the ceremony.
Okay, well, last week we planned that we were going to do a cacao ceremony for free with everybody. We're not charging for it, of course. It's a cacao ceremony is a heart-opening ceremony where we partake in the drink of cacao, along with some spiritual praying, some chanting, some storytelling, and some meditating. It is actually a very beautiful heart-opening ceremony, and everybody that I have sat with when I talk to them the next day and I ask them how they are, they say that they feel overwhelmed with unconditional love. So that is one of the spiritual things that cacao gives a person. Not to mention, it helps you to, it helps fight heart disease. It can help with diabetes. It can help fight cancer. It can help your stem cell growth, especially if you've hit over a certain age. So it's beautiful. My mentor, Judy Machado, she was on last week, and she has gifted a big bag of tea. Cacao tea. So for those of you who don't have your own ceremonial cacao, you can reach out to me. I can send you a tea bag. So you get 1 cup of ceremonial cacao tea that you can prepare at home. Very, very easy to prepare. You just boil your kettle. And then you let the kettle settle. You pour the hot water over the tea bag, let it steep for 5 minutes. Depending on your taste, you throw in a little bit of honey, maybe a little bit of vanilla, and shabam, you have a cup of ceremonial cacao that you can come sit with us in ceremony with. And we are doing this for free. The ceremony is for free, and we're giving away the cacao tea bags. I'm really, really excited to be hosting this, not just with my partner over here, my co-host, but Judy will be back, and Judy, my mentor, will be helping to lead the ceremony. I'm really, really excited. Was that good?
Such awesome energy. That was great.
I'm a little excited, so I might have talked fast and I might have skipped words. I'm sorry, but I think I got it all in there.
I follow. If I can follow it, everybody can follow it. Hey, what do we got? We got a yes, me for tea.
Yes, me for tea. No. That must still be Helene. I'm going back to Mushie Moment because I got to find out who's talking. Yes, I can't wait for the ceremony as well. And I am going to send you an extra few tea bags. That way you can bring some friends in on the ceremony. Like I say, super easy to prepare your cacao tea and to join us.
Where do these ceremonies happen? This one is going to happen here live on the Mushie Moment.
Yeah, we're talking about one that we are doing here on April 2nd It'll be online at this time, and we have blocked off an hour and a half, so you get an extra half an hour of us. So you get 90 minutes. And then other ceremonies, well, it depends on where your facilitators are. I'm in Windsor, Nova Scotia, Canada, and I run ceremonies out of my home, and I do traveling around Nova Scotia. I've done that a couple of times. And then Judy is in Toronto, and she runs ceremonies around Toronto. And Steve is out in the Vancouver area of BC right now in Richmond. Next week, who knows?
Oh, that was good. Oh.
And I will actually be out in Vancouver in April. I don't know if I have any extra time, but we are planning just like a small medicine circle where we're going to get together. Some facilitators are actually getting together, and we're going to facilitate each other. It's awesome.
That's pretty pretty cool.
Yeah. It's
and
so
why
fun.
are you here? You're coming out for what?
Well, I'm coming out for medicine is my main reason. I was going to come out this month, but two things happened. Number one, the big thing is you're really, really busy, and I just couldn't see coming out and trying to take any of your time to go do anything, let alone a medicine circle or whatever, while you're rushing and doing what you're doing with the move. So I decided for that being the main reason to move it to April. And I picked my dates in April, of course, based around 420, because my friend Asia May Owens, no longer Asia May Moon, she got married. She is hostessing a 419 celebration. So it's the countdown to 420. And then she is hosting the 420 celebration on 420. Obviously. So the countdown goes from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. I don't have the information right in front of me, but if you go to 3 Happy Cats, you can find all of the information. And then, of course, on 420, she goes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. So that girl's, getting done at 1 o'clock in the morning, having to clean up, put everything together, and then prepare for the opening at 11 a.m. and maybe get 3 hours of sleep before she starts the 420 celebrations. What a lady.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have...
She's smoking.
She's smoking. We have, Steve and I have tickets to both events, and we are hoping to take... if you're watching, John, this is your official invite. We are hoping to take Steve's business partner, John Sayre, with us. Yay! John, I have been gifted, 3 tickets for 419, and getting in on 420 for general admission is free. We would love if you came with us. We think that would be really, really awesome. So we would like to gift you with those tickets if you're watching. If not, I'm going to send you a message later saying all the same stuff anyway.
We need a designated driver.
We're not going and rolling joints the whole time this year. We're going to be smart. We're taking bongs and dab straws. And a hash pipe. Bongs, dab straws, and a hash pipe. Then we don't have to worry about trying to keep up with the joints or the Joneses. The Joneses of the joints.
Keep up with the jointses.
Jointses. Because last year was really, really hard. There was a lot of cannabis and a lot of concentrates, both in shatter and in hash form, and then the edibles. So it got kind of hard to sit there in 5 hours and test all that. So this year I'm being smart and taking a bong and a dab straw and doing little samples of everything.
Yeah, it took me about a month to get my voice back and 3 months to get my lung to come back.
Can't you hear my voice? I'm still losing my voice from 420 last year. Well, come to 420. The 420 celebrations are from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. I'll send you the address, Helene, and you are more than welcome to join us. If you would like to join us for the 419 celebrations, I can find the information for that and share it as well in Mushie Moment, so everybody can go buy their tickets and come on down and say hey, because there's going to be all kinds of people there. The 420 Professor Sterling Wild is coming in from Alberta to MC. And there will be, just all kinds of people there. Steve and I being 2 of them, Asia May Owens, just so many people. It's going to be a blast. Krista Parker's coming in. Yeah, she's coming in from the coast. No, She's coming in from Vancouver Island.
Islands.
Yes. Coming
And
to
I
the coast.
wonder if she's going to bring some of her tie-dyes.
She does beautiful work. I have one of her t-shirts. She even has it marked on the inside, to Cindy Love Krista. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Wow. I want to come to 422. Who's in PEI?
Who's in PEI?
Yeah, somebody here has, I'm in PEI. Can you see who that is?
No, I can't.
Oh.
They must be
Well,
watching.
this is no good. Everybody just is called all the name is Facebook user.
Could you guys tell us who you are? Who is from PEI? Who's like, just kind of put your name afterwards, because everything is coming up Facebook user, Facebook user, Facebook user. So we don't know.
I can't believe Facebook is taking over.
Somebody's going to be ceremonies in the interior and traveling too. Well, who is that? I'm curious to who that is. Who's doing ceremonies in the interior?
Come on, speak up. Come on.
If you look above somewhere, how does this go? Please grant StreamYard permission to see your name, and then you click that little link, and then it'll give us your names.
Ah, well, not today.
Not today. Oh, see, mine came up. That's me.
Oh, how did you do that? Oh, I don't have my phone on it. So.
My phone.
Oh, you're chatting as from. Never mind. Hello, Helen.
Somebody's coming to us from the Pace News radio as well. So if I could find that room. I bet you.
I can't answer on my laptop.
That
That's funny.
is funny. Well, we've talked
Is it
about.
almost that time? We're close? Or should we blow another 5 minutes here before we go in?
We should like just continue with our lovely banter for the next, I'd say, 5 to 7 minutes, and then we can go to commercial and we can come back with all of that interesting stuff that we were actually chatting about before the show that I had to cut you off because it hit 4 o'clock.
Ah. Okay. What were we on about with our lovely banter?
Oh my goodness.
We went on about 420.
We talked about
You can smoke too much. That's what I was like at the end of that one. That was the first time in my life I ever heard the words say, you can smoke too much.
Yep. Last year at 419, and then 420 with all of those infused joints. By 421, I think I needed a break.
This one I'm not setting up at any of the stuff.
We're just
taking
going as
a full
people.
break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're kind of just going. It's kind of fun. I kind of like it.
Where is it this year? I haven't even actually looked it up. I haven't followed anybody actually. Actually, now that I think of it, my Facebook is slimmed down to a whole bunch of ads. I don't get anybody.
Oh, I get all kinds of ads. So the 420 on April 20th is actually held at Victoria Hall, which is 2026 East 43rd Avenue in Vancouver.
Okay.
Victoria Hall.
Okay. So is there one of those big event things like at the park where everybody gets yelling and screaming at the police again because the police go up and screw everybody?
I think she's got it put together differently this year. So it shouldn't be like that. We hope.
Oh, okay. So what was Buddy that would walk around with that little blowhorn and yell at everybody? him and yeah.
Yeah, no, I think this is at Victoria Hall, so this is indoors.
Really, it's got to be modified. Everything, if we're going to do a fight to have medical cannabis available, then it has to be done in a proper way for medicinal cannabis, because
we also need people to go back to getting their prescriptions, because that has dropped off hard.
yeah,
People aren't getting their prescriptions anymore because they can go to legal stores and get it. They don't have to worry about getting it from their licensed producers or, having permission to grow, because they can grow 4 plants. They can constantly have 4 plants on the go. So nobody is going for their prescriptions anymore. And what we need to do to show the government that it is all still medical for us is everybody needs that stupid little piece of paper. Keep getting your scripts. Keep getting them renewed, because that'll show the government that we are still medical patients and that we still deserve to have, our medical rights with cannabis, because they're going to take them.
yeah, they already go. It's already available for recreational. Go do that. But if you're somebody that's utilizing cannabis oil and utilizing a fair amount of it to fight your cancer, fight your disease, man, that can bankrupt a person.
Yep.
Especially if you're, if you don't have a connection to get it, or you don't know somewhere that you can get a half-ass deal and you're just getting it out of dispensaries, man, I can't even imagine somebody, on a harsh cancer that's has to do 2 or 3 grams a day. Some places are charging $70 a gram.
Oh my goodness, I know. It's gross.
Yeah, it's yeah. That's kind of what I noticed is the pro cannabis people that are still fighting are fighting in the old ways, and it needs to be changed to a newer way. The government's done listening to those old ways, and they just go, "It's already legal. What are you whining about?" Then they say to the young people growing up, "It's already legal. They're just idiots."
Yep.
And they miss the fact that the young people, you get cancer and you learn that the stuff can do wonders for you and you need it. You're going to wish that that there was medical.
Yep. Yeah. So we need to keep getting our scripts. They are very, very important. And they do come with extra bonuses too, because a recreational person can only run around with 30 grams at most, or the equivalent to 30 grams at most. If you have a prescription, you can run around with 1 month's worth of your prescription. So if I'm sitting at 6 grams a day, I can carry 180 grams worth of cannabis with me at all times. Which, 180 grams of cannabis is a lot. I don't ever carry that much. But if I'm traveling, say, out to BC, and I want to take everything with me to make sure I have the strains that work for me, I can carry pretty much whatever I want on the plane. And, it's legal. So there are benefits.
Yeah. Yeah, because I noticed you do that. You make sure you've got this for this, this for this, this for this, this for this. You've got all your stuff set up and yeah. That's funny because the first time you came out, I was just like, wow, that's ballsy. That's in my era, I'm still in the era the cops drive by and me and my buddies throw the joint on the ground. Oh, Jesus, it's raining. Oh.
I've been able to take 1 foot out of that era, and 1 foot, I'm still there in part, but what I'm doing is legal, and the activist in me that wants to go is like, yes, let's carry 180 grams. Let's do it. So that's the only reason why I actually do it.
What should you carry on you if your producer doesn't give you a card? Do you just carry a prescription from your doctor? Like I have a prescription from Canada House Clinics.
Yes, yes. In Canada, there are no cards. Your designated grower is not legally required to give you a card. You carry a copy of your prescription, or you know where you can go find it online. So if it says that you have 3 grams a month, then you can carry that's 30, 60, 90 grams with you. So as long as you can easily go on your phone, go to your email and grab it. The RCMP also, as long as you have a legal Canadian prescription, they do have a file that they can go to and check quite easily. They can type your name into a list and it'll pop up because that is required by all licensed producers and Health Canada to keep a list of people with prescriptions.
Wow.
Piece of hair in my mouth.
You're very knowledgeable.
Well, I only know about this stuff because I travel to BC with my weed.
And ignorance of the law is no excuse. On that note, it's break time. Time to check out our sponsors, pay some bills. You're here with us live on the Mushie Moment. PaceRadio.net, CBG TV. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at PaceRadio.net.
Babe, it's spring. Just saw a robin.
Awesome. Let's get our butts to Limestone City Hydroponics. They carry Happy Frog and Ocean Forest soils and lots of promos.
Limestone City Hydroponics carry everything you need to get veggies veggin', from organic fertilizer to cloth grow pots to, well, everything. Visit them today. Don't delay. In-store, free delivery, or curbside. We're here to help. 613-548-0420.
In February of 2022, the Victoria Cannabis Buyers Club and Ted Smith were fined $6.5 million. This for helping 8,500 patients with access to medical cannabis. In our interview with Ted, he spoke to us about how people can donate to help in an upcoming court challenge. And here is part of that interview. From what I've seen lately, I believe that you've got something that you're trying to do as far as fundraising to deal with this next court challenge.
For now, people can write checks directly to Jack Lloyd Law Corporation or send e-transfers to save the VCBC at gmail.com. I guess those are the 2 easiest ways for people to help right now.
What do you find at paceradio.net? People advocating cannabis education.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Cannabis edibles are an effective way to manage pain and other ailments, especially when you deal with your trusted partner, Legacy 420, in Tyendinaga Mohawk territory. You see, we lab test every product on site to ensure proper dosage every time, which is critical when consuming cannabis edibles. All Legacy 420 edibles are made by our classically trained baker and chocolatier, and we also have super tasty vegan options.
Our baker has been in the industry for 25 years. She's also a chocolatier. Everything from savory to sweet, your chocolate bars, brownies, butter tarts, you name it, we make it.
Talk to our knowledgeable Cannatex about our incredible variety available. Give your trusted partners a call. Legacy 420 out on your road.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at PaceRadio.net.
Welcome back to the Mushie Moment. We're streaming live to you here at PaceRadio.net, CBG TV, and everywhere.
Everywhere. So, Steve, what were you talking about before we started the program?
Well, I was talking about, how part of my objective for everything is to just find my calm in the chaos. Because the chaos is always happening around, and I'm just trying to find my calm as I get through the chaos. But I've noticed, certain things and certain anomalies over time, and sometimes I can't find my calm, and I'll go to ground, and I can't seem to find my grounding. And through that, I learned about the Schumann resonance and the vibratory frequency of the planet, and how we measure it and how it can spike and change, and how that can affect us, as well as solar storms or coronal mass ejections, which are plasma bursts from the sun, which are electromagnetic energy in different fields, be they microwaves or low radio frequency waves or anything in between. It comes out of those plasma bursts. And this month, last month into this month and through this month are areas where there's been a lot of movement, frequency disruption, and play in those things. So I figured, hey, why don't I, do a little introduction to some people on what some of this stuff is, because for years I would think it was me having anxiety, because the frequency interrupts our frequency, depending on whether the plasma burst is coming in or if the Schumann resonance, which is normally a frequency we can't hear with our ears. But if it comes into a frequency where we can feel it vibrating through our bodies, how do they build tenseness in a movie? They hit the sub, and that frequency starts to vibrate. Well, if the planet does it underneath us, we're going to think that we're having anxiety. It's going, for a lot of people that ride that anxiety train, it's going to give that same similar vibration. And because it'll hit, we go, like, I can only talk for myself. Sometimes I'll feel it and I'll go, oh, wait, what is that? Where is that? And I'll look through my stuff and I can't find it. But for a lot of time, before I knew to look at the Schumann or to check the solar flares, I would be in my head going, wow, I don't know why I'm having this bad anxiety. How come I'm having this bad anxiety? Da, 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 da. Well, I'm not having anxiety. I'm vibrating to the frequency either of the planet coming through my feet or the electromagnetic pulses coming from the sky, the plasma burst coming through the sky. And the particular frequencies that are hitting me are ones that I associate with anxiety. So I make my brain go, I'm having anxiety, and then I put myself into anxiety looking for the cause of the anxiety. So I figured, I learned this stuff, so I would bring a little bit of it in. So I'll start here. This is this is about the Schumann resonance. I'll go to the page. Can you just kind of run how it looks on there, Cindy?
It looks good.
Okay. So this is Schumann resonances. They're a set of spectrum peaks in the extremely low frequency portion of the Earth's electromagnetic field spectrum. Schumann resonances are global electromagnetic resonances generated and excited by lightning discharges in the cavity formed by the Earth's surface and the ionosphere. So it's us, the planet resonating within these aspects of frequency here. So
okay.
Winfried,
would you come back and just make sure you've got the right page up, because I'm trying to follow you.
Oh, hang on. Share this tab instead. Okay, is that the right one?
Schumann resonances. There we go. Yep.
Okay. So it's can you see my mouse too when I move it?
Yes, I can see it. Yep.
Okay, so it's Winfried Otto Schumann. He predicted it mathematically in 52. So here, Schumann resonance is the principal background in the part of the electromagnetic spectrum from 3 hertz to 60 hertz. Now, 60 hertz, I'm an audio guy, so 60 hertz I can put through a PA system. That's part of the kick drum that's coming in. That's part of the bass guitar. That's the, when you go to Terminator, that's part of the rumble that comes in to scare you in those scenes. That's that frequency. 60 hertz, we hear. 50 hertz, some people hear, most people feel. 40 hertz, we feel, don't really auditorily hear it. 20 hertz is just something we feel, and some speakers can put that out. Now, these frequencies, the highest one it puts out is 60 hertz. up until about maybe 15, 20 years ago, the planet had never peaked above 20 hertz. Since then, it's made lots of peaks that have gone 40, 50, and they've even measured it to 60. In the place I go just to check it, which I'm going to bring up next, is there anything else I should point out in here?
Oh, I don't know. I think you're good.
Just a little bit about the electromagnetic end, because that'll come together at the end of this. Schumann resonances occur because the space between the surface of the Earth and the conductive ionosphere acts as a closed, although variable-sized wave guide, frequency guide. This thing guides the different waves. The limited dimensions of the Earth cause this waveguide to act as a resonant cavity for the electromagnetic waves in the extremely low frequency band. The cavity is naturally excited by electric currents in the lightning. So it's a communication from our ionosphere through our planet, of which we're in between. We're on top of the planet. So we also get hit by these waves. And depending on the sun puts out pretty much every frequency that we know of. So I'm going to share this tab here. This is the Schumann resonance today. And this is actually real time as we're going on. And it's in UTC time. Now on the side over here, you can, like, there's 40 hertz, 35, 30, gives you the, and you can see there's been spikes coming through, right? So anywhere there's these type of spikes or this type of interruption, this should usually just be this nice blue, nice even keeled pattern. But when we get these frequency spikes, like this big whiteout, what did it top out at? It topped out at between 12 and 16 hertz. So there's animals on the planet that'll be freaking out because that's going on. When we get over to here, here's some that actually came all the way out. So they're hitting 40, and you can see they're still going. So those are probably some of the ones that they're talking about that hit 60. Now this is current. This is what's going on today. This is where we are right now. And it's currently writing. Things are sitting not too bad as we speak. But here, this is 1 day ago. Can you see this headline, The Powerful Solar Flare? Hello? I can't hear you. I can't hear you now.
I know. I muted myself so I wouldn't interrupt you. So.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, I'm going to go back to this. Oh, no, I want to go back to here.
Powerful solar flare eruption?
Yes.
From sneaky sunspot triggers widespread radio blackouts.
Okay, so this is 1 day ago, okay? Thanks to the event, minor geomagnetic storm conditions may occur on March 13th. And they call them minor because there's other major ones. But it triggered widespread radio blackouts. Okay, so the electromagnetic frequency interrupted a whole bunch of radio stuff. You'll also find a lot of times your GPS is just screwing up and it's taking you in loops, and it's like, what the heck? It's because it's blasting the satellites as well. So this is electromagnetic energy coming in the form of a geomagnetic flare, right? So here's one here. So strong solar flare sent blasting from the sun, causing limited radio blackouts. Okay. Now, the thing about these is when you check some of these, it takes 2 to 3 days for the energy, the plasma burst to actually fully hit us.
I don't think we're on the same page as you, Steve.
Oh, hang on. Share this tab instead. Okay. Strong solar flare sent blasting from the sun, causing limited radio blackouts. So, the sun's, are you on this one? You can see this?
We are on this one now, yeah.
Okay, so there's an impulsive M.74 X-ray flare. Oh, okay, so we got blasted with X-rays. What do we normally do if we go to get X-rays? Oh, we put lead over the areas we don't want X-rayed. Does it affect us? Well, I don't know. In the hospital, they say it does. So I'd be inclined to think that X-rays affect us. It affected a bunch of radio interruption and other things. So, you know, I go, okay, I'm going to share this tab here. Cardiac torsion and electromagnetic fields, the cardiac bioinformation hypothesis. So in this, I just want to go to this one. Can you see the electromagnetic field of the heart and the torsion, the toroidal pattern?
Yes, yeah, the person with the stuff around them. Yep.
Okay, so that's our heart is more than just a valve or a pump. It's also an electromagnetic generator. And I'll go to a couple of studies in here to show you that I'm not just blah, blah, blah. But this is how our energy flows through us here. So we ground, we bring energy in, and we project out. And that feeling you get when you get near somebody, and sometimes you go, I got spidey sense. Well, that's because their outside edge of the field has just entered your end, and yours has entered then. And some people are harmonious and the frequencies complement and get huge. Some people are non-harmonious and the frequencies take away from and drain. Frequency energy can be anywhere. So the effect of how it affects us, a bunch of people are in a room and they're all laughing and happy. One guy comes in, trips over something, breaks a table as he falls over, starts swearing, picks up a table leg, smashes it on the floor. Now everybody is riding in the same kind of energy as him. Right? He brought his energy in and influenced the environment. Well, that's our electromagnetic field. When we're blasting our energy, we're blasting electromagnetic field around, and it interrupts other electromagnetic fields. So in this, I'm going to go back to this. Strong solar flare sent blasting sun from. So in that, we will be getting hit. They've actually said it's an X-ray flare. We will get hit by it. We will feel it. We can't truly not feel it. Are you on the one with the abstract here?
Cardiac
torsion and electromagnetic fields?
Yeah.
Okay. So although in physiology, the heart, now this, get where this is the National Library of Medicine. It's a PubMed, okay? Although in physiology, the heart is often referred to as a simple piston pump, there are in fact two additional features that are integral to the cardiac physiology and function. First, the heart as it contracts in systole also rotates and produces torsion due to the structure of the myocardium. Second, the heart produces a significant electromagnetic field with each contraction due to the coordinated depolarization of myocytes producing a current flow. Unlike the electrocardiogram, the magnetic field is not limited to volume conduction and extends outside the body. The therapeutic potential for interaction of this cardio electromagnetic field both within and outside the body is largely unexplored. It is our hypothesis that the heart functions as a generator of bioinformation that is central to normative functioning of body. The source of this bioinformation is based on 1, vortex blood flow in the left ventricle, 2, a cardiac electromagnetic field and both, 3, heart sounds, and 4, pulse pressure, which produce frequency and amplitude information. Thus, there is a multidimensional role for the heart in physiology and biopsychosocial dynamics. Recognition of these cardiac properties may result in significant implications for new therapies for cardiovascular disease based on increasing cardiac energy efficiency or coherence and the bioinformation from the cardioelectromagnetic field. Research studies to test this hypothesis are suggested. So this again is an abstract and it's an area that is being proposed, okay? Yep. So then we go to here, the energetic heart, bioelectromagnetic communication with and between people. Here's just the summary of it. This chapter will focus on electromagnetic fields generated by the heart that permeate every cell and may act as synchronizing signal for the body in a manner analogous to information carried by radio waves. Particular emphasis will be devoted to evidence demonstrated that this energy is not only transmitted internally to the brain, but is also detectable by others within its range of communication. So it's basically talking about heartfelt energy. Okay?
Yep.
Now, I want to get into this one here. Again, National Library of Medicine. Electromagnetic fields, do they pose a cardiovascular risk? Okay, this one is based on 5G and 4G and Wi-Fi. But we'll just bypass this because really we want to find out in their conclusion, what did they find? Our study revealed discrete abnormalities of complex cardiac autonomic regulation indexed by HRV measures dependent on the effects of 4G and Wi-Fi. It seems that direct exposure to high radio frequency, EMF, may be associated with higher risk of cardiovascular complications already in healthy youth. Okay, so part of what this says is that the low frequency vibrations of what they say are low frequency 4G and Wi-Fi networks, they're in every home, they're supposed to be safe, but it shows right here that, hey, we should be doing some study here because these frequencies can be associated with a higher risk of cardiovascular complications. Well, I don't know about you, but when I resonate in that frequency of anxiety, I have it resonating here. And my heart feels like it's going. It's like, I've got that. So when I get hit with these frequencies, be them from the sunspots or be them, even from the planet coming up, as I'm healing, I'm getting more aware of my sensitivities. And I notice more of these frequencies around me. And by being able to check a few of these things and understanding that they're real, they've enabled me. Let me just see where we are here. There we go. They've enabled. I'm on the same screen with you. They've enabled me to understand that sometimes I will feel like I'm having anxiety, but I'm not. It's energy in the planet, either through the planet or being blasted at the planet, that is just giving me, I'm harmonizing with what I believe to be the frequency of anxiety. And in that, it allows me to let that go. It allows me to breathe. And, I found that just knowing this information has helped me a lot because sometimes when I'm looking for the vibration and can't find it, I put myself into more anxiety. I'm sure I'm not alone in that. I'm sure there's lots of people that do that.
Yep. When I feel anxiety, I try to figure out why.
Wow, that was a lot of fast talking.
That was good. You pumped a lot into like that 20 some odd minutes. Excellent job. Thank you for sharing.
Wow.
Are you done now? Should we stop this page?
Sure. Kick that out. That was just an extra one to just, people can do their own research and see. But, one thing I do is I go electromagnetic energy, heart, published. Let's go through the studies. What does it say? How does it affect? Anxiety, electromagnetic heart, published, peer review. Watch what comes up. There's a lot of science out there that makes you go, hey, they're just giving me pills, and I don't need pills if I know that it's this, because then I can just sit and breathe and know it's not me. Oh, I've been ranting, haven't I?
No, but I wouldn't call it a rant. I would call it education. I sat here and listened. You tried to ask me a question. I had myself muted. I was desperately trying to answer you that one time, and you couldn't hear a word I was saying. It was funny. It's great. There's a lot of information. A lot of this stuff Steve talks about on a regular basis. He's gotten me to a point where if I'm having anxiety, one of the things I do is I reach out to Steve and, hey, what are all those funky things in the sky doing? That's not normally how I ask it, but that's really what I'm asking. And he'll check all of these things and come back at me. He's like, yeah, no wonder. understandable. Like there's a whiteout or there's this going on. So they play a role.
And they affect each other, right?
Yep.
So if the planet blasts a certain resonant frequency of plasma, the planet resonates back. It does another blast as well. So we're getting it from above and below. So above, so below. We get hit, and you can't find any grounding in there. That's the big thing for me. I can't find any grounding in there. So that's where I've had to learn to utilize some of the medicines like the Hape to just bring myself within and find the grounding within myself, which is what I'm struggling to do anyway. In the end, that's how I want to be grounded. I don't want to have to be grounded anywhere but through my own, energy and spirit. But, right now I go to the dog park some days and I'm with the dogs and it's like hiking and I should be getting this grounding and I should be falling in. And it's like, oh, there's something funky because I'm not getting what I normally get in this environment. And a lot of times that's what it'll be. It's, the planet's peaking. It's like, oh, okay, so we're just releasing energy and off we go. But at least then I know, expect it.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, you got me babbling again.
That's okay.
Anybody asking any questions?
No, everybody's listening intently. But that brings us to a perfect time, Steve.
Oh, is it that time again?
It's that time again.
Okay, it's that time again. Hope you guys had a great day hanging with us. We had a great day hanging with you, and we really, really appreciate you guys coming on and chatting with us. If you haven't asked for your tea yet, get in on it. Let us know. Let us know you're looking for some tea to join us for the cacao ceremony. We'd be more than happy to have you. And thank you for joining us here on the Mushie Moment with myself and my awesome, oh, I got it backwards. My awesome co-host, Rev Cindy. And we're proud to be coming to you live from paceradio.net. Thanks, Al. CBG TV. See you next week with more exciting guests and healing information. Much love, everyone.
Much love. I had to get right to the right button. Bye.
You're listening to the Pace Radio Network here at paceradio.net.
The opinions of the individuals during this broadcast are their own, and may not be the opinions of their group or other organizations they may be involved with. All medical advice during our broadcast is not a medical opinion and should be checked with your medical physician.
When you have a pain that's reached its peak, Legacy for 20, it's so unique. If organic cannabis is what you seek, here's your trusted partner 7 days a week. Suppository salves, vapes and drops, topicals, edibles, infused pop. Just when life seems like it ain't easy, at Legacy 420, enjoy a pop freezy. Lab tested products, make them the GOAT. Legacy 420 out on your road. Legacy 420 in Tyndonega Mohawk territory. Indigenous organic cannabis at its finest.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Limestone City Hydroponics is Kingston, Ontario's hydroponics shop. Take your growing to the next level and create the optimal environment with a tent kit, or maximize your yield with an ebb and flow flood table kit. Either way, Limestone City Hydroponics has more sizes and options to fit your needs. Are you looking for the power of the sun that adapts to your budget? Then look no further, as they have professional grow lighting. They have indoor grow systems that are easy and cost effective, with many options to fit your living space and lifestyle. Cultivate your growing potential. We have everything you need to succeed. And if you can't make it to the store, they offer local delivery to the greater Kingston area. Remember, when you're looking for experts to help you grow, then look no further than the locally owned Limestone City Hydroponics, 105 Sunderland Drive in Kingston, Ontario. Call them at 613-548-0420. We are people advocating cannabis education here at paceradio.net.